I've only just met you, but
I'm still single.
I didn't know how much I was there.
I have cable and a VHS player.
Oh, and a VHS.
Yes.
Old school, I like it.
Yeah. Old school. So we have missed you. You have been everywhere. We see you occasionally, here and there and whatever. And every time we see your face on the screen, we're like, oh, man, she's still beautiful.
Oh man, she got so old.
No. We all age gracefully, still look beautiful. All right, so before, like I said, if anybody wants to line up behind this gentleman right here when we're ready to ask questions, go for it. In the meantime, I'm going to ask Linda basically what's going on in her life these days. What you've been doing since Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Wow, that's a long time. Recently, I have been doing a show called Defiance on the Sci-Fi Channel. I love that. They've killed me off, but I'm not sure that I'm really dead. I might come back with a gaping hole in my chest, I hope, because I love that job. Even though that was Toronto in the winter, so in February, it was the most brutal February they've ever had on record, and we were outside doing stunts in the snow. That snow is really hard when your head hits it. I don't know if any of you guys have tried that, but snow is really hard when your head hits it.
Well, we can see it in the episodes. Tony Curran is a buddy of mine.
I love Tony.
Tony's great.
They're a great group of actors, so international, just a great group.
Yeah, he is fantastic. And Doctor Who connection.
Yeah.
Too. So that's fantastic. Oh, good. You're lining up. Fantastic. But you've been in Defiance.
I've been in Defiance.
What's next for you?
I'm not sure. I just had a really, really crappy movie fall through. Sometimes you just take the money and you're like, how could this ever even be a movie? I read the script. I'm not going to name it because it all fell through anyway. They never had their finances. But I actually read the script 3 times and could not figure out the ending of my character. Did she become a zombie, or did the zombies take her down? Truly, it was so unclear. And I'm like, this is not a movie. And then, of course, it didn't go. So.
Wow.
We'll
find it on DVD somewhere.
I think I'm gonna just take a little while. My father just died, and I've had a couple of. It's okay.
Sorry.
But I'm a little tired. I was like, could I do some yoga and some juicing and just kind of get myself back?
Well, I have a spare bedroom and a pool.
He's got a pool too.
Yeah. And cable. Okay. Hey, got a question?
Yeah, if they asked you to do a cameo of the Sharknado 4.
Oh, that is such an interesting question.
I love that question. Hopefully, everyone heard the question? If not, they asked if she was offered a part in Sharknado 4.
Would she do it? I'd go for it. It's just too irresistible.
It is.
Yeah. and we want you to come back in character, You don't need a chainsaw. You're just like this young lady right here.
That's
you
right.
can come back dressed as her.
I'm going to be making fun of my role as Sarah Connor for the rest of my career. Actually, I've done 2 shows now where I actually get to say, come with me if you want to live. They've written that for me. Pretty much every guest starring part that I play from now on is going to have that line in it.
But Linda's iconic.
What can you do?
It's iconic, and it's going to be passed down
Yeah.
generations. It's iconic. So, hi.
Hi, I have a question about your role in Defiance. You're not sure that they're going to bring you back, are you?
No, I'm not sure. It was talked about. That's why you didn't really see my dead body. But I think they just ran out of days. They had so many stories to tell. So if we get picked up, that show is just funny. It just doesn't. It takes like a year and a half for them to pick it up for the next season. At which point you've lost your audience. They just won't build momentum. But I love that show. I just think they're Grant Bowler is just like one of the best actors out there. He's just so solid, sexy, and just good with weapons and good with people. And I'm a big fan of that show. So thank you. We hope.
Hey, dude.
My question is, Linda, have you guys seen all the other iterations of Terminator, and how do you feel about the performances by Lena Headey and Sarah Connor?
Yeah, I'm like a loser that way. I never saw Lena, and I wish I had, because I love her. I mean, I just think she's extraordinary, and I love a lot of her other work.
Have you watched Game of Thrones?
I have not. I read the books, and when I read the books, I just am not real interested in seeing them. I lived Game of Thrones in my mind for about, all 5 books. I was like waking up going, I dreamt about Game of Thrones. I mean, I think the writing is just so good. So I haven't seen it, because I just think that's what's in my imagination is just always more interesting than somebody else's rendition of it.